Welcome to Baby Boomer Tales. My name's Jim. You can listen to our podcast at iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, and you can access our webpage, Baby Boomer Tales, where you can find links to these places and many more. Thank you for riding along today. Day before yesterday, I did my annual burning of a brush pile. All year long, I add to this one brush pile. When I was younger around here, I had more than one, but anymore, I just have the one. And in the spring, before the hot, dry weather comes, I burn it. It's really quite terrifying for me at first when the brush gets really cooking, really burning. I'll have flames 30 feet high maybe. Seems taller than that, and maybe it's shorter, maybe it's 20 feet. But flames coming up so high. It's really an experience. But it's a good workout too. It takes me a good part of the day. I try to start it early when I have these big flames, when there's still dew on the ground. So if anything gets away from me, and this year it was an easy burn. I didn't have hot spots away from the pile that I had to beat out with a shovel, which is usually the case, and that didn't happen this year. It's been a very wet spring for us, and that might have contributed to that. I don't know. Usually rats and bunnies run out of the brush pile when it gets on fire, and I didn't see any of that this year. So I am not sure. It's very good exercise, though. I'm bending over, putting wood that didn't quite burn up towards the center, which I call the epicenter of the brush pile, and then it'll burn there for hours and hours. Actually, when I quit at the end of the day, it's still red-hot coals down in the very center of that. It's easy to get a permit in my county anymore. It used to be. You'd have to go down in the spring or any time after the first of the year, actually, and go to the annex building and buy a burn permit for $1. And then before you burn, you had to call the sheriff's department, give them your permit number so they could find you if anything emergency, like the fire got away from you or whatever. Now it's just all online. It doesn't cost $1. I don't have to go down to the county seat and do all that. I just get online. They tell you if there's any burn restrictions for that day, give you a few instructions you have to follow, like wind speed and stuff, and then you just go for it. So it's a rite of passage around here in the spring. It's what I do. And even though that initial taking off of all that brush, burning so red hot, you have to stand 40 feet back, it's really kind of fulfilling to get rid of all that brush and start it again. No matter how terrifying that fire can be. Fire is a terrifying thing when it's not under control. That is a fact. Housekeeping. The last episode we did, there was a part in there that I was talking about taking my pills with my alarm on my phone. Reminds me at 3 o'clock every day to take them. I listened to that and it made it sound like I have all these pills I have to take. And I've been very fortunate in my life. The only prescription medication I have to take on a regular basis is lisinopril for blood pressure. And really, my blood pressure is dictated by my weight more than anything. So when I'm heavier, my blood pressure's higher. If I lose a bunch of weight, it goes way down. But the docs never want to take me off of it because it was high before. The other pills I take, though, is I take a fish oil tablet. I take 2 low-dose aspirin. We used to call them baby aspirin. And I take a vitamin D pill. And that's it. I buy this stuff either through my insurance through the drugstore where they give it to me for free, or down at Sam's Club where you can get massive amounts for low cost. I just want to clear that up. I'm not doing a bunch of pills. If you are, I understand. I do. I've been very fortunate with that. And so that's our housekeeping. Our song of the week is Today I Met the Boy I'm Gonna Marry. It's a 1963 song by Darlene Love. It was written by Phil Spector, Ellie Greenrich, and Tony Powers. It made number 39 on the Billboard Hot 100 back in the day. Her most famous song is Christmas Baby, Please Come Home. You may be familiar with that song if you ever watched the movie Christmas with the Craigs. It's when Spike comes riding his bike down the street and it's snowing hard and the cops hauling the Crank's daughter home from the airport, and that great song comes on. Those two songs are iconic for Darlene Love. I really like them both. Today I met the boy I'm gonna marry. He's all I wanted all my life and even more. Our unusual facts this week is about marriage. Kiss the bride, right? In ancient Rome, a kiss sealed a legal contract. That's where they got that from. Ancient Rome again, they believed that the wedding ring on the fourth finger of the left hand, there was a vein on that finger that leads directly to the heart. That's kind of romantic. June wedding, everybody wants a wedding in June. It leads back to the 1500s. People had June weddings because people took their yearly bath in May. No. Really. And the final one on our unusual facts about weddings, 67% of women still wear the same perfume they wore on their wedding day. When I was single, probably started when I was about 25, imagine, I just could not meet the girl that something stirred in me that I would want to marry her. I couldn't do it. I tried. I was taking girls out and stuff, and a lot of nice gals, a lot of girls I was very, very fond of, but I couldn't have that thing inside me. Now maybe that was just me. I'm not sure. But I found myself praying to God for a mate, for that perfect girl. I listened to that song by the Eagles, Desperado, and tripped out thinking, this is me. I'm desperado. I'm desperate. And yet I wasn't so desperate I'd just marry the first girl that winked at me. You know what I mean? I could have. I had friends that did. And I had just about given up. All of a sudden I'm 27 years old, 26 years old, something. I could wander this world alone, me and my dogs. And I met Kim, and all of a sudden it was a whirlwind. And when it came right down to the time to commit to marriage, I almost backed out. And something inside me said, hold on, you've been praying about this. You've been wanting this. It was your heart's desire. Now you want to get out of here? What is wrong with you? And so, through thick and through thin, for better or for worse, for almost 49 years, Kim and I have been married. It's been 50 years, though. We spent about a year, almost a year before we got married, together, getting to know each other, fighting and arguing and smooching and loving. And all that stuff before the wedding was not even preparation for marriage. What a blessing. What a blessing to have met her and been married to her for all these years. My mom and dad were married for 44 years, and then my dad died. My grandpa Earl and grandma Edna were married 69 years. I remember being at their 50-year wedding anniversary. I was just probably 13 or something like that. And Grandpa had a heart attack. He had a lot of heart attacks in his life, several that I know of. and he had one that day. It wasn't so bad that he had to go to the hospital that day, but the doctor did have to come. Tell Earl, take it easy. My Grandpa Alvy and Grandma Alice were married 47 years before my grandpa passed away. My brother John and his bride Cindy had been married over 50 years. I talk about John a lot around here, and he's 3.5 years younger than me, and yet he is fortunate enough to marry his very best friend, a childhood friend, of all the things. He's married years before me. Just amazing. You might find what you need and more at Homer Kate's General Store. You might find what you need and more at Homer Kate's General Store. And now I would like to introduce you to Earl and Allie Gator. You may kiss the bride.
Wow, Jerry, this place is pretty fancy. How's come we've never come in here?
Well, because, Homer, they were working. You'd get yourself hurt being around all those construction guys.
I know, I would, but maybe I could have taken a hammer or, a power saw and helped out.
Homer, I don't think a power saw and you would probably be good friends.
I know, Jerry, but anyway, Pop helped. I know Pop helped because he told me. And he also told me I couldn't come over there till the thing was done.
Homer, I think I was pretty smart doing that too. Wasn't that a nice wedding?
Pop, you and me and Jerry standing up there with Gator Earl was one thing I'll always remember. That was pretty special. The four amigos, that's what we are. Yeah.
Howdy. Homer, you did a good job as best man. I'll tell you what.
Well, thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Do you think that we have to kiss Allie because that's what you do with the new bride?
Homer, if I was Allie and I saw you coming, I'd go the other way.
Pop, I don't mean nothing by it. Katie told me I'm supposed to kiss her.
Well, you better ask Allie first. Maybe ask Gator Earl. What's that, guys? What do you want to ask me?
Oh, Gator Earl?
Gator Earl, it's just that Homer doesn't know how to kiss the bride. Well, Homer, let me tell you, you just walk up to her and tell her congratulations and just give her a little peck. She'll kiss you back, Homer.
Golly gee willikers, Gator Earl. All that pressure. First I has to be the good man, or the best man. Was I a good man or a best man?
Homer, come on, make your sense here. We don't have all day. Yeah, Homer, come on. It's okay, guys. Homer, I wouldn't have had anyone else as my best man. Thank you so much. Do you like this place?
Yes, sirree, Gator Earl, I do.
We open for business next week when we get back from our honeymoon. This will be a destination place. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to spending my life with Allie. Congratulations, Gator Earl. Congratulations, Gator Earl.
Gator Earl, how about a high five or whatever they do these days, those football players, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, Homer. I really do. As we close today's podcast out, if you were fortunate enough to have a mate in your life, I know that so many of us have lost that better side of us. And although I know it hurts and there'll always be an empty spot in your life, it is the way it has to be. So it has to be a good thing that they're waiting for us. You just have to count your blessings. I know what they say, that it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. And as hard as it is to lose someone, how wonderful it was and still is to have them been part of your life. Love and marriage, you can't really have one without the other. Always be kind. You never know. You reap what you sow. I'll be back next Wednesday. Peace out.